Okay, profiles within XBMC. It's a great little feature that lots and lots of users don't even realise is there, and it has been there for many, many years, since almost since the beginning. So basically, what it will allow you to do is create different profiles for different users. So this is particularly useful if you've got a family. So you could maybe set up one profile for the kids and another profile for the adults. So you can have one that just brings up your kids' content, and another that will show your overage movies and things like that. So what we do, we go into profiles now, and you can see here we've got master user, and we've got the option to add a profile. So I'm just going to add a profile, and I'm going to call it kids. And it will ask you where you want to put it. The default is fine, so just leave it as it is and click OK. And in here you've got some options, so you can set them a nice picture if you want. You can put a little nice picture on there. You can change your profile directory, but we don't really need to do that. That's the standard default is fine. And you can choose to lock preferences. I'll go into that in a moment, but for kids we're just going to leave this one so it's nice and easy for them to open. And with the media info, we're going to have that as separate. So what that will mean is everything is going to be completely different, a completely totally separate setup to the master profile. And the options are, you can share with the master one, so everything would be the same. And you've got read only in brackets there, so it'd be the same but you can't physically change it, or you can have it exactly the same duplicate setup, and you can change it. But as it's going to be the kids, we're just going to have it separate. So media info would be your libraries that you've already scanned in, your music and TV and movies libraries, and media sources would be the actual sources that you've added. So for example, if maybe you've got a hard drive and you've got a folder called adult films, or 15 plus or something like that, you might have added that, and you can choose to have this one completely separate. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do something totally separate, so it's going to be a completely different setup. So we're going to OK that. And do you want to start with fresh settings or copy? So you can actually copy how XBMC looks from the existing profile, but we just want a completely fresh one. So I'm going to go fresh, and again we're going to go fresh. So we've now got kids and we've now got master. Another thing I'm going to want to do is I don't want the kids to be able to access the master one by just simply working out how to change profiles. So I'm going to give that a password. If we go down to lock preferences, it's disabled by default. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to choose a numeric password for this example. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to do 1234 and re-enter 1234. Now that's the password set. So when I try and switch the master user on, it will ask for a password, and we can choose to lock individual windows as well. So what that would do is, even if they've managed to get into the master user, maybe you left it on overnight, you can set it so that if you enter any of these menus here, they will still have to enter a code. So very useful, very useful. And just as an example, what I'll do is I'll enable one just for now. So OK that, and OK out of there. And what you're probably going to want is the login screen. It makes it a lot simpler. So currently it's disabled. We're going to enable that. So we're all done. We can come out there, and what I'm going to do, just to show you that it will be completely different, I'm going to change this around a little bit. Let's so there you go. I've tried to go into system and it's asked me for the lock code because I told it to. So 1234. There we go. I'm in. I'm just going to change the skin so we know it sort of looks different, and you see I've got a TV show section in here. and all that. So this is the adult one. This is the master user. So what I'm going to do is log off, which you'll find in the quit menu. And basically, when you restart XBMC or switch it on, this is the menu that you're going to have in front of you. So you can choose what you want. So we can try. Well, let's go to kids, because first of all we just have to. The very first time you go in, it's going to just ask you for a couple of things. But you don't need to change anything. That's absolutely fine. Just OK that, and it will remember. So there you go. Look, completely different profile. There's no TV show scanned in, nothing. It's totally different. And if we go down here again, let's log off kids. And if we try going into the master user, there you go. So nobody can get their grubby mitts on the content inside there. So you have to put the password in. So 1 2 3 4, and we're in. And we just go back again, log off, just to make sure that that initial screen has gone. So we're going to kids, and no password needed for kids. Anyone can access it. So there you go. That's it. And I mean that's pretty much it. So you can do whatever you want with all of these profiles. You can add as many profiles as you want. Like I say, you can add a nice little picture on there. You know, you can find a nice picture, Disney picture or something for the kids or whatever. And if you click on master user, just press the OK button on that. You can change it. So in my case, you know, I might want it as WHUFC Lee, and there we go. Then that's now got WHUFC Lee, and we've got kids. And similarly, I might want to unlock the settings, passwords, and all that, so you can disable your passwords if you want. Okay, so that's the profiles. And actually, whilst I'm in here, I'll just quickly tell you, it's unlikely you're going to need it, but if you do want to just quickly test it out, test out different profiles without manually having to log out and all that, if you bring up the context menu on one of them, so if I go to WHUFC Lee, bring up the context menu, it gives me the option to load the profile. And then that should hopefully load me up into that profile directly from this screen, which it has. Okay, so that's profiles, and yeah, how to keep your stuff all nice and safe and secure and out of reach of inquisitive children.